Hello and welcome to the RM Coaching Podcast, episode number 72. It has been almost 1 year of no podcasts, and the reason for this is obviously at the time I was spinning too many plates. I had 4 services, I did all the marketing, everything felt so relentless, so it didn't make sense to then pile other things on top of my plate, like doing a podcast, trying to run a business and obviously offering 4 products, as well as look after my client. Before anything else, I am a coach and obviously my clients are my priority. It isn't obviously doing podcasts and marketing, which obviously absolutely amazing to gain traction and get people to see you. But sometimes for me, my quality will always matter and be the first thing that I will focus on as well. So it is relentless and it can be relentless, especially when you're on your own doing everything, because I do advocate that I am quite hands-on. I do everything myself. Obviously, my partner Mel does help a lot with the creative work, but I do all the marketing. I look after my clients and I don't want to be overwhelmed and overphased by trying to make the most noise in an industry that does make a lot of noise and sometimes for the wrong reasons as well. So throughout obviously my hiatus and the time away that I have had, a lot of thoughts, clarity, different directions, probably different approaches that I've taken. But the biggest thing for me was the clarity in who I help, and obviously why, and obviously working with the people over longer periods of time, because I didn't want, although I had a really good influx when I'd finished a mentorship, I got clarity, I thought, yes, this is the people I want to work with. And sometimes when obviously I've not long done a photo shoot with some people, you'll get people contact you because they've seen these amazing results and they want them for themselves. And obviously it is a lot of time tire kicking, because initially I'll always say to people, I want a minimum of 3 months from you. I don't want to spend a week setting someone up for them to say, do you know what, this isn't for me. Like, my time is so valuable and I don't want people just coming and thinking, oh, I want these results. But I would say a lot of the time people aren't prepared to actually put the work in to get these results. So I don't like wasting my time, and I most certainly don't like wasting other people's time because they think that it's going to be easy. When you get in touch with a coach, you've seen an amazing transformation, think, I want to do that. You don't realise that we are coming in and we are probably undoing a lot of the habits that have A, kept you stuck, or B, got you to that position where you're not looking after yourself, you're not prioritising yourself. Yes, you know what to do, and I'll always say this, people know what to do, they just don't do it because it's the application, it's the support, it's the accountability. And I know a lot of coaches do preach them words on Instagram, social media, whichever. And it takes more than just setting someone up on a program and then them doing this, because most times you're met with, do you know what? I haven't got time to commit to coaching, and I've not got time to exercise. I've not got time to prep meals. And this is why you're stuck, because you've never got help or a strategy on creating a structure and a system that not only gives you more time in the long run, because you're going to fucking live longer because you're healthier, but it's got that, like, a coach will give you that structure to help you get there. So it goes beyond not having time to do stuff. And obviously that's why when people were coming to work with me, I would have a call. And do you know what? When I had them little doubts, I don't think this person's right. But you get that other person on the other end saying, I really want to do this. Like, please obviously help me. And I am quite kind, but I think sometimes I should just say no to people. And I've learned that. I have made and condensed my coaching massively. Like, I want to focus on the quality. I've got some clients approaching 4 years having been coached with me, not because they don't know what to do, by the way. Everybody knows, so please stop saying that. But I want to work with people that want to put the effort in, that want to show up, that want that help in the structure, they want the accountability. Obviously, at a minute, you've got the industry saying, oh, AI is going to replace coaches. You can't replace human emotion. So yes, you can put into chat, create me a program, I want to train X, Y, and Z. But as soon as you come over them hurdles where, I'm really struggling today, you're not going to get much as an empathetic response, although you can ask it from chat to say, create this more sustainable, give me a better approach. And sometimes just fucking having someone to talk to and listen. So obviously it's been an eye-opening year, and AI hasn't really phased me. If anything, like, I know a lot of coaches are using it for the content and it can help give ideas, but for me, I always want to sound like me. I want to come across like me, and obviously my content at the minute, it is just me. Like, it's quite unfiltered. It can be direct. Obviously, I am empathetic as well, but I am to the point. Like, you can't sugarcoat things, and I think just being honest with people and being real as well, which I think has been lost in the industry. Everybody sounds the same. captions sound the same, videos look the same. Everybody just wants to make as much noise as they can. So I was like, no, I am done. Which does lead me on. And obviously, it's not to say I am done with coaching, by the way. I know there's a lot of people out there, and I know a lot of people do wait for the demise of someone or for them to fall, because people love negative, let's be honest. But obviously with Mel, she created an amazing agency, which I'm going to say, obviously I'm quite biased, but she created Trumpet. And obviously I've always said her realm of work, her industry, and it isn't always the case, but the people that she's around, like within the coaching industry, is so different to that. Ours is more gatekeeping, every man for themselves, make the most noise, do whichever. Her work's always had integrity, like she gets to start a product or a service or whichever brand, and she gets to see it through the end. And I think with coaching, sometimes if you get that person, no matter how hard you try, they never really get to that finished point, which obviously health never ends. But some people do quit after 3-4 months because they just don't want to do the work. And I think with what Mel does, you always get to see that end and that finished product, and you get to see it thrive and grow. And obviously that's what I do want for my clients as well. So I am helping her on that, and we are a team within it. I am the organisation, the business-minded, the direct approach, and probably more to the point than what Mel is. If she could work for free and give everything to a client, she absolutely would. But obviously you can't survive off free. You have bills to pay. But I am that direct approach that she needs, and we do balance each other out and complement each other massively. So I am excited to say that all-round coaching is obviously still going. It's going for my clients, and it'll always be there for my clients. But I am also part of Trumpet Creative, which I'm also excited about. So some might say a little bit multifaceted, but when I first started out in college, I actually went to do a graphic design course, and it was probably more confidence at the time that I didn't see it through. And with coaching, obviously that's my passion, and you can never really replace passion anyway. So it will always be my baby, and I'll probably never let it go. And I'll always pride myself on the quality of that. So a little update there. Yes, business is evolving. Obviously, Mel's doing absolutely amazing. Everything is going amazing. Obviously, we've got some exciting ventures and things coming up as well. I think one thing for me, and obviously with these podcasts as well, they are not scripted. Like, I'll have my phone of topics I want to talk about, but everything I do say is just off the bat. And I think just being a little bit more honest and probably open with my experience and what I'm doing, sometimes it can inspire people and it gives a little bit of an insight. But for me, I've really not resented social media, but there is so much noise, and especially around the industry that we're in, you'll have clients, and I'm not surprised clients are fucking confused, by the way. There is so much noise around, and obviously at the minute it's ultra processed foods and nobody can eat it because it's going to fucking kill you. People struggle to stick to a deficit, so it's unrealistic to say don't eat anything that's processed. So with that, obviously, social media, I won't fall into a trend. I'm not bothered about making much noise. If I get likes, I get likes, but I do just post what's on my mind, updates of our life, and obviously a little bits of education that do hopefully help people. It's never been about the likes for me, the follows, or being a viral trending success, because my view is you could have a room with millions of people who viewed and liked you, but they'll never buy from you because they're not your people. So it's always who you're talking to. And especially for me, I want the people that I'm talking to be my people. There's more to it than trending. Obviously, I value more when my clients share and like what I do because they're my people. And obviously happiness for me doesn't come from likes and shares. So it was interesting to be in a coffee shop the other day and I'm listening to probably a Gen Z that she'd got in touch with a social media expert that was going to take care of all the content, do all the research. And her main focus was everything that was trending and going viral. There was nothing to say the impact that she wanted to make within the business, what she wanted to grow from the business and the direction. And hopefully it has been spoken about. But for me, my business is never based on just the likes, the virals, the shares. It's nice, when you are a small business, and I probably do take it to heart. It's nice when your friends do share and like what you do and support you, because I do feel like a lot of people do wait for the demise. I don't know why, but people thrive on negativity. If you can't support your own circle, then I don't know, I think it probably aligns with my values of loyalty. There's something wrong, but I'll always advocate, share the little businesses over sharing celebrities. And I unfollowed all the celebrities, all the restaurants, things that were just noise or didn't reciprocate the loyalty back. And I unfollowed that and I felt better for it. So it means that my feed, I'm seeing what I want to see. I'm not swamped with negativity, which I think a lot of social media is. Like, you'll have people share the doom and gloom of the news in the world. And I appreciate that while it is important, can you change it? Is it going to make an impact, or is it taken away from your headspace? So obviously I'm probably not a huge fan of social media at the minute, but just getting back onto the topic, like, I am not looking to go viral or trending, but I think for me, like, support matches support, like, support the people that probably need it, the little businesses, because when they're not there or when you haven't got them around, you'll probably really regret it. As humans, obviously, our basic needs are connection. And I feel like it's fallen further and further away from that because everybody is just glued to the phone, scrolling, just watching social media. They'll just want to be trending, probably not being themselves. They're just living up to what a highlight and a camera reel is. So that's never been me. I've always just been myself, been direct, spoke how I want to speak, and I do swear. I can articulate myself quite well, but it isn't me just to not swear every now and again. And obviously people have said that, oh, if kids are listening, obviously kids are my target audience, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But for me, I think obviously the time that I've had away from not doing podcasts, which I do enjoy doing because I'll have a little TED talk and a ramble, it's given me so much clarity. It's given me a direction of what I want to do, where I want my life to go. And obviously, I don't want to say I'm lucky enough because I've worked really fucking hard and it's took a lot to get to this point, but I've got a circle of people that I really trust, and obviously I've got a partner that I really trust in and that I'm building a life that I'm actually really proud of. And not one aspect of that has been trending or viral. Like, it's just been us, and we are very fucking excited to be getting a puppy, which he will have his own social media because share the joy that there needs to be more nice viewing in the world other than doom and gloom. So King George will be shared across social media, which I am very excited about. And I can't wait for him to come. Obviously, it'll be end of March when we do get him. We are getting pup dates at the minute, which I absolutely love. But that's going to complete our little family that we have got. Obviously, Simba's still part of mine, but George will be Mel's first puppy. And obviously, that's been a dream since she went self-employed. We did actually put it on the manifestation boards that we did because the previous ones that we did a couple of years ago absolutely smashed everything and achieved it. So this time, the bar's set higher. And obviously, the first thing we have ticked off is getting a puppy. There is other things on there as well, and obviously one of mine is getting engaged. Mel, better hurry up. And I've said this, I want it before I'm 40 because I want to be in my prime. And it brings me onto the topic, like, time is so valuable, and it's valuable to me, and I've always advocated, like, even when I was dating back in the day, like, I did not want to waste time, like, even with friendship groups. So I've been in the place where I've had large groups of friends and it didn't make me any happier. So I am quite a small circle kind of person. Like, my time's valuable and I won't waste it on just anyone. And I know that sounds pretty harsh, but my kindness does mean that people will get the time of day from me. But I invest my time where it matters and who matters to me, which is obviously Mel and some people that are close to me. So having that smaller circle rather than large groups of fakeness has always been a priority for me. So when people think that I haven't got friends, I actually have. It's just that I'll say they're probably acquaintances, and that's just who I am. Like, my time is valuable. I don't want to just invest it in everyone and pour into everyone else's cup. Like, I do protect my peace. Loyalty matters to me, and obviously trust and communication. So when my values aren't met, like, I do find it quite difficult. So I have protected my time a lot more this year, which has paid off. So I just wanted to come on this podcast, give a little mini update and insight into everything that's going on. Obviously, one of the biggest things that I did last year, of 6 years of being in a gym, I did step away because, again, that wasn't serving my time. So I did the group photo shoot, and end of July, I did leave the gym. I always advocate, like, you do outgrow an environment, and I felt like I outgrown it. Like, I didn't really get clients from that environment. It wasn't probably the people that I wanted to reach, and I think working and training in obviously an environment that you're quite heavily in anyway, it wasn't aligning. So I did leave, and obviously from that, things did grow, and I just felt like I spread my wings a little bit and I found myself a lot more, and I am generally happier from not being in there. I'll advocate, and I'll say advocate quite a lot. You should be happy in what you're doing. Don't just put up and shut up. Like, if you aren't happy with something, you can change it and you can put things in place. You are never stuck unless you obviously convince yourself and tell yourself that. For me, obviously, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. And you can relate this to your career, to your personal life, friendships, relationships, anything that you want to. If you are stuck, maybe do something about it. And it takes the smallest actions. And obviously, I always say I've got sad brain. Um, Obviously playing light on the depression and anxiety, possibly ADHD, we'll never know. But I'm never that typical person that'll just sit in a dark corner. Like, I really try and do something about it. Sit with your feelings. You don't need to do anything fucking crazy or mental, but sit with your feelings. Like, to feel sad is okay, to feel happy is okay. But I think a lot of people try and distract from that and just squash it down and hide who they are. But we can do something about it. And obviously, if you want to change, you can do that as well. So yeah, very exciting year ahead. Obviously, we are only in February. The last podcast that I did was March last year. So I've just got below a year to do this. And I think probably post a little bit more updates. People prefer to know what I'm up to rather than the education. If you have come here for obviously health, fitness, and coaching advice, I will be posting a little bit more on that. Or you can go to, obviously, I've got YouTube, Instagram. I cross post on everything just to save a little bit of time. But sometimes I will put messages out there that seems quite obvious, but a lot of people don't do the obvious and the basic at times. So if you are looking for a coach, my kind of people, predominantly I'd work with men, but it's women that do want to work hard, focus on getting stronger, healthier, feeling happier within themselves, having that structure, having that strategy, rather than just being a smaller, weaker version. And you know what? Same goes to the men. Like, I am not a quick fix. I am not a hack. One thing I'm honest, I'm direct, and obviously I'm quite logical in what I do and the approach. Each person is different. So each strategy that I do with each individual is different as well. So if you have enjoyed this podcast, you can give it a like, give it a share if you want, or don't, because most fucking people just watch stuff and don't do anything with it. But I will be back maybe in a week or two. I'm not going to overpromise anything, but it's been nice to update you all and have a little catch up as well. So we will speak soon, and hopefully you've enjoyed this one.